So currently on a mock lap of the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. Shaker is clocking in at 69 kilometers an hour in a 30 zone. That's right. We are a couple weeks from the race, so the track is still open to the public. So the limit on here is 30 kilometers an hour for now. For bikes. Yeah, sure. Actually, some of the bikes were going faster than the car. So right now we just completed our formation lap. Shaker's going hard on the curbs, as you can see here. Straight past the wall of champions, and now we're on to the start-finish line. One of the shortest runs down to turn one, actually, and we got a long time to talk about it because we're going so slow.
Going double the speed limit, but it's quite slow.
It's the fourth shortest track on the circuit, so it's a 4.3 kilometer track. And yeah, it's a pretty short run down to turn one. We just passed the pole position starting grid. So this is coming around to turn two. So tricky kind of apex to get correct here. It's a long turn two, and you kind of don't really see it on TV, but there is a slight elevation change as you go up here. You can kind of feel it in the car too. It's just pulling the weight. And then of course we're on the right side of the road here, but normally you'd be on the left for the racing line. And then approaching turns 3 and 4. And this is where they had a huge crash last year. Just ask Romain Grosjean and Carlos Sainz and others. So this is a big action area, especially in the first lap. Man, these birds just don't want to move.
No.
They're pretty brave. So you come in here, you want to ride just the inside of this curb, clipping the curb here, and then just hugging the wall on the exit. Very well done, that's beautiful. That should help improve our lap time.
A little slower speed this time around, but
yeah,
to show you guys more of a better view of what we're going through. I already ripped it around.
Yeah. These stop signs, by the way, aren't actually in the race, so they are only temporary. And this is a more kind of interesting little chicane here, just because we're going to be passing under a bridge, so you're going to notice just a slight change in light and exposure, which can possibly make it tricky actually for the drivers. This is really killing the lap time here. Another stop sign. Yeah, so this is the bridge here. So as you go under, you're pretty much all the way dark while you're under the bridge, and then your braking zone is just as you exit out. So you got to really adjust your eyes coming out quickly. And then another nice grandstand section here as we come through. And our lap is almost complete. So they've closed down the hairpin. They just repaved parts of the hairpin, mainly the runoff area.
You can smell it. Yeah,
exactly. That fresh new tarmac. So that's going to be new for this year. So we actually can't go down straight through the hairpin, which is quite a shame. But you guys can still see it in those other shots.
Yeah, like they're still working out all these stands. They're putting them in. They're putting in risers for television. It's pretty interesting. Nice to see.
Normally here we'd go straight
through
down into the hairpin, but we got to make a shortcut. And then down onto the back straight. 1.16 kilometers, one of the longer straights of the season.
Unfortunately, can't go into the pits.
Now this straight is 1.16 kilometers, one of the longer straights of the season, so plenty of time for the drivers. Let's see where you're at. So in a 30 zone, you're going 59. Not too bad, not too bad.
69, I decided to go a little bit slower.
So approaching the final chicane here, the infamous wall of champions, you're going to be looking to your left for that 100-meter braking board. You do not want to brake too late for this corner. And also you got to really watch the curbs. I mean, you guys can probably see that these curbs are pretty thick and they're pretty high. So if you get these curbs wrong, you're going to send yourself flying straight into the wall. Just ask the likes of Michael Schumacher and Sebastian Vettel. They know that very well. So you clip both curbs and then you hug the car nice and tight to the wall on the exit here. DRS detection zone right after the wall, and you're on the main straight. And that's pretty much a lap of the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. at a very slow speed.
Yes. Nailed it.